Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by prepare yourself to take the helm as oh my goodness, nothing works. Wow, that's crazy. Hello. Wow, nothing works. But we're here. Hello, everybody. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News you can trust, and as always, I'd like to thank you for messing around with us on this janky-ass Monday, and let me introduce my janky-ass host along with my janky-ass self, Mike Ball. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on this stage. I got the buttons, too. I got the buttons.
You call me janky, homie. You call me janky.
I'm janky. Black Ball and Black Dragon. I'm sorry. You come back on this show. It's all messed up.
Let me say something. This is what happens when you wake up 5 minutes before the freaking show.
Oh, it's all messed up. It's because you made me put my introduction on a stupid board.
Do not blame technology for your lack of sleep.
I was
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
I was here and it
Stop the cap.
I'm just saying.
Stop the cap.
Okay, this new setup. This is you, mister.
Hey.
This is all you.
You messed up on your side.
Oh hell, look at me. I'm going out.
And look at you. Look at you. It's beautiful.
Oh man.
You're good now. You're good now. So let's go.
Is it gonna be this day that
it'll be probably one of those days.
Seconds? Oh shit.
Well, you're good now, so let's run it.
Okay, let me turn off the Discord server.
Yeah, do all that, but let's run
and
it.
I'm gonna turn this stuff off in the background and see if we.
Yeah, Hollywood. I'm not. That's not
Hollywood?
even a joke. No. It's another Hollywood.
Oh.
Hard on bald today. He says. Yep. Mike, help him.
Somebody say Mike.
He's drowning.
And I can't get up. Okay, hey, listen, man. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for joining and me and Mike Ball today. Yes, Mike Ball and Black Dragon and Mike Ball. We are #1 news show in all the land. Monday through Friday, Friday through Monday. Black Dragon and Mike Ball. Okay. All right, now that we did that.
Now that you did your proper intro.
Yeah, like semi-proper.
But it was a quarter long, but yeah, it's okay.
How are you today, man? It's Monday. How are you?
I'm doing very very well. Thank you for asking.
Man, we got okay, so we talk about wearing support gear, okay?
Yes.
Support club gear. And can you imagine? We've said this before, like support club gear can get your ass whooped, basically. You know what I mean?
It 1000% can.
And it just depends on, where you wear it and stuff like that. And do you know what you do when you're doing it? Well, we talk about this all the time. And you guys think like we make this stuff up. But the reason we know about this stuff is we report on it all the time.
Well, I've personally witnessed it.
Oh, really? What have you witnessed?
I've witnessed.
Story first. Let's start.
It's not a story, but I've witnessed it.
Story first, and then you tell us what you witnessed, because it'll be right in line with the story. I think. I don't know what you're going to tell me yet, but I can't wait to hear it. Here on this story, this is crazy. Fight involving motorcycle gangs. Motorcycle gang members leads to 4 arrests in the Florida Keys. This is an interesting story. Now, let me show you this. I have the story in 3 different news
so it really got reported.
And so the cool thing about, and this is all about 20 hours ago, and the thing about these 3 different news agencies is you get the full story if you read all three. So we're gonna read all three. This is kind of crazy. That's the wrong one to start with. So I want to pick the right one to start with. Is this it? Yeah. This is the right one to start with. This gives you the most overall information. And then the others break it down even more. So in Big Pine Key, where is that Big Pine Key? Does anyone know? Florida. Okay. Oh, Big Pine Key from the Florida Keys. I knew this. Stop the cap. 4 men members of at least one motorcycle gang, they say. Okay, 4 men, including one member, and including members of at least one motorcycle gang, were arrested for their involvement in a fight outside of the Florida Keys restaurant over the weekend. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office stated in a Sunday press release that 49-year-old Jeffrey Jones and 41-year-old Derek Queen of Key West, along with 55-year-old Anthony Ilopoulos of Ramrod Key and 60-year-old David Mirth of Big Pine Key, were all booked into jail after the altercation, which took place at the Boardwalk Grill in Big Pine around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday. According to the MSCO, Jones was at the bar wearing a shirt with the symbolism of the Outlaws motorcycle. They say gang. We like to say club. The Queen, which is the last name of one of the guys, Ilopoulos, another guy, and Mirth, so these 3 guys, showed up at the bar. Now, they were all wearing, allegedly, clothing that indicated their membership was of the Pagans motorcycle. We like to say club. We know what they said. While Queen waited outside, Ilopoulos and Mirth walked into the establishment. There they see your boy in his gear, his shirt, and his name is Jones. They confronted Jones and forcibly walked him outside. Now, that, my friends, is terrifying.
It is.
That 2 guys get on either side of you or whatever the case may be and forcibly walk you outdoors. Wow. That's terrifying. You know what I mean?
That sucks.
That's
You're lucky if you don't get your ass whooped right there.
Yeah. So they forcibly walk him outside where surveillance video, and it's just amazing how all this stuff is always on video. Surveillance video showed them holding him against his will. Then they removed his shirt, Jones's shirt, and pinned him between 2 vehicles. At that moment, the deputies arrive on scene. How the hell did that happen? Then Queen left the area, and the 3 remaining men, were detained for questioning. So, one of the guys wearing the Pagans clothes, he left the area. His name was Queen. But Jones, the guy who was originally taken outside, and 2 of the other guys were held there. So 3 guys were going to be questioned now. 2 of the guys were immediately handcuffed. 2 of the Pagan guys that were holding Jones. However, check this out. None of the 3 guys was cooperating with law enforcement. So what's going on, guys? I don't know. You know what I mean? Nobody's speaking up. So nobody was cooperating. According to MSCO, Jones attempted to leave. The guy who was originally walked out. He was trying to just go, okay, I'm ready to go home. I'm done. He tried to leave numerous times, they say, and was repeatedly warned to stay on the scene until deputies could complete their investigation. However, he kept on trying to leave. He wouldn't cooperate. He wouldn't answer any questions. He kept trying to leave. I got my shirt back. I'm out. Maybe, something like that. He continued to resist deputies. And so now even him, the victim, was eventually handcuffed as well after being given 11 warnings, they say.
11?
He tried to leave 11 times. Or tried to leave enough times that he got 11 warnings.
Damn.
So maybe he got 2 warnings per time and maybe only tried to leave like 6 times. But in any event, 11 warnings. Queen was eventually detained after he was spotted. Now, here's the so the guy that left earlier, he drives back by the scene. Let me see what's going on. And they detain him. Ah, there he is over there. So after driving by the scene, they managed to stop his car, I imagine, and now he's being detained too. All three of the Pagans were then transported to jail, initially charged with resisting arrest and obstructing criminal investigation. Later, detectives then arrived at the bar and asked the establishment's manager for surveillance video. However, the establishment manager refused to give over the surveillance video.
Wow.
Like, bro, this is Florida. This is our bar. We get all the boys in down here. We're not giving you nothing.
Yeah, we ain't playing your games.
Can we see your surveillance video? No. Do you have any surveillance video in the area? Then go use your own.
You have a warrant?
Do you have a warrant? And so they got one. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. They detectives arrived at the bar, asked the establishment manager for a surveillance video. However, they refused to release it. So held Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, a federal subpoena was obtained, and the video was released. The MSCO stated they got a federal subpoena from the DEA, but there was no drugs on the scene. Was there? There was no drugs. How did they get a DEA warrant? That's amazing. That's freaking amazing.
No, that's huge.
Anyway, it goes on to say, according to the U.S. Department of Justice, the Outlaws and Pagans are classified as outlaw motorcycle gangs, OMGs. OMGs are organizations whose members use their motorcycle clubs as conduits for criminal enterprises, the Department of Justice stated. OMGs are highly structured criminal organizations whose members engage in criminal activities such as violent crime, weapons trafficking, and drug trafficking. After reviewing the video and interviewing Jones, Alopoulos, Mirth, and Queen were all further charged. Did you hear this? Jones, Alopoulos, Mirth, and Queens were all further charged with kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery. Initially, detectives believed that Jones was a member of the Outlaws because he had that shirt on. Although it didn't say he was a member of the Outlaws, it was a support shirt. However, further investigation revealed that he was only just wearing an Outlaw t-shirt at the time of the incident. MSCO stated in the updated press release, Jones' affiliation with the Outlaws is unknown. We will not tolerate such groups. Oh, I need my voice. We will not tolerate such groups operating here in Monroe County, said Sheriff Rick Ramsey. We will continue to make the investigation of gang-related crimes a priority and will not allow members of such groups to interfere with the day-to-day lives of the peaceful and law-abiding citizens with whom we serve. Wow. Yeah. So here's the other story. So we get another newspaper report to get a little bit more of the story. So deputies arrested several motorcycle gang members on Saturday at a restaurant in the Florida Keys, according to Monroe County Sheriff's Office. 3 of the 4 men were members of the Pagans, an outlaw motorcycle club with chapters all over the country, according to Rebecca Herron, a spokeswoman for the MSCO. Well, we just read that. They gave the guys' names again. They walked into the Boardwalk Bar and Grill. So now we know the name of the restaurant in this story. They walked into the Boardwalk Bar and Grill in Big Pine Key and saw Jeffrey Jones, we know his own name now, at the bar wearing a T-shirt with the sign of a rival gang, according to the deputies. He told them he is not an outlaw motorcycle gang member, but he was just wearing an Outlaws T-shirt. Herron wrote in a statement about Jones. Surveillance video shows Queen, Alopoulos, and Mirth holding Jones. So these guys were 41, 55, and 60. Man, even our senior citizens as old as myself are in the act of all this stuff.
Absolutely, they are.
And Jones 49, like all these guys are big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Outside the restaurant against his will, they were holding him, taking off his T-shirt and pinning him between two cars, according to deputies. That's just scary as hell. That's whole shoot people stuff right there. Deputies arrested Queen of Westalopolis. We already know where they're all from. They also arrested Jones. That's what we first realized, that they arrested Jones too. Yeah, they told him 11 times. They put handcuffs on him. We knew that, but now we know they actually arrested him. When he refused to cooperate with deputies, they detained him. At first, the restaurant's manager refused to release the surveillance video, but detectives returned with a federal subpoena that the DEA helped them get. In a statement released by Harris, Sheriff Rick Ramsey said deputies won't tolerate gangs and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, where in the heck does the DEA tie come in? Like, where did it say any of this had anything to do with drugs? And one guy wasn't even a member of a club, so I don't know. So here's the third article. Let's see what else we learned. 4 guys were arrested March 2nd after a fight at Big Pine that started over a T-shirt, according to the sheriff's office. The 3-versus-1 scuffle happened at 12:30 p.m. at, we now know, the Boardwalk Bar and Grill, 3104 Avenue over there on Big Pine. 3 of the men arrested belonged to the Pagan's Motorcycle Club, the sheriff said, and they give their names. And then they talk about Pagan's is blah, 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 one of the worst groups in the world. Okay, we got that. The arrest came after deputies said the 49-year-old Jones was at the restaurant wearing a black T-shirt with lettering. And now we finally know what the lettering reads.
That's what I've been waiting for.
So, here it is. You've been waiting for this. Here it is. Support your local outlaws. The shirt read. The 3 Pagans guys showed up wearing their gang clothing, deputies said. Which means they had their vest on. I mean, is there gang clothing? Like,
stop the cap.
Is it like paramilitary gear with webbing or something? We got our gang clothing on. But they had their vest on, most likely. And they proceeded to forcibly walk Jones outside the restaurant and hold him against his will. First, they stripped Jones of his Outlaws T-shirt. Then they pinned him between 2 vehicles. God only knows what was getting ready to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Once you got the T-shirt, like, it's not over. There's more. I got to be pinned up against the vehicle, too? Jeez. What were they going to do? Don't wear this shirt in his chest? God only knows. That's when the deputies arrived, and it doesn't say why they arrived or who called them, but they arrived. Initially, the sheriff's office said Jones was a member of the Outlaws, but later Sunday put another statement out saying after his arrest that he told him he was not an Outlaws member. He was just wearing the T-shirt showing support for them. I think they'll be happy with him over there. Heck, you might even get a membership if he asks. The other 3 men are confirmed members of the Pagan's Motorcycle Club. We say club. The sheriff's office added. Now, no cooperation. No one connected with the fight, even the restaurant's management, wanted to cooperate with law enforcement, Aaron said. So everybody's in line for an Ain't No Punk Award, right? So the alleged victim, Jones, repeatedly tried to leave the scene despite deputies warning him to stay put. After 11 warnings from the deputies, Jones tried once more to leave, and deputies put him in handcuffs and arrested him. Now we know why they arrested him, on the charge of obstructing criminal investigation.
Hey, I figured you gotta, after 11 warnings like that, yeah.
He was just trying to get out of there. I'm done here. Can I have my shirt, my T-shirt back, please? Can I have my shirt and I can get this
that I figured that was going to be the charge.
Thank you for saving my life. Can I go now? All 4 were still locked up at the county jail. Can you imagine that you were the victim? And here your butt is in jail? All 4 were locked up in the county jail on Stock Island the day after the fight. But Jones was released in the afternoon without having to post bond. Well, thank God. And the Pagans members each have their bonds set at $150,000.
Wow.
Jesus, was that worth it? MSCO detectives had to reach out for help from the DEA to view the restaurant security video because they said the management refused to hand it over. I just try to wonder how you get a DEA search warrant for something that's not drug related just because 3 guys are in a motorcycle club and 1 guy's wearing a sports shirt. How does that elevate? It seems to me like misuse of a
It is.
of a DEA badge or something. Seems like a little overreach to me. Like, I don't know, maybe
They assumed, I'm sure they assumed that there was going to be drugs, so then the DEA gets involved, and then
what
there
drugs
isn't.
did they assume that there was going to be since nobody had any drugs on them when they were.
But this is the problem with the alphabet soup right here.
But of course, we don't know. They didn't say they didn't have drugs on them, but you would
Not
have
reported.
you would have it on the table with the other stuff like they did,
Yes, the whole spread, the table,
the whole table,
guns and drugs.
like the thumbnail for this whole thing was the table of stuff they took.
Yes.
Was some vests and the support shirt. It looks like the guy never got his support shirt back.
Yeah,
anyway,
no, they took it.
MSCO detectives reach out for help from the DEA to view the restaurant security video because they said management refused to hand it over. So detectives obtained a federal subpoena for the video, and that prompted management to release it. Oh, yeah, because they didn't want to get arrested, too. Find an outlaw is this. The Big Pine Key arrests are the latest in a series of investigations related to outlaw biker gang activity that the MSO has taken on in recent years. And then they go on with that big statement I read for you guys. And here they say, I like this too. They say the Pagans Club doesn't have much of a clearly official online presence. However, the Outlaws have a website that gives a history of the organization and sells merchandise, including jewelry, hats, and shirts, including the Support Your Outlaws. So you can get those shirts from them if you have the guts to wear them from that website, an official Outlaws website. And this is the type that Jones was reportedly wearing before the fight. So he had an official shirt on. But the Outlaws make it very clear, and we do this all the time because people always send me email asking me, I sent a message to the Outlaws, I sent a message to the Hells Angels, I sent a message to the Banditos, I sent a message to the Sons of Silence, but they never answered my message.
What do you expect?
Like, why would you send that? I don't know. But now we know because it says right here. But the Outlaws clearly make it clear they don't take questions over the phone or by email.
Of course not.
They write here, this is in quotations, everything is done face-to-face, the homepage states. Not online. Do not write us asking how to join. Find an outlaw and ask him. Yeah.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. What do you expect that you're going to sit there at your computer or your phone?
I have had guys send me messages saying,
there's no way.
Literally, man, I sent the Outlaws an email 6 months ago and still no one's answering me. What, you think I'm just in a long queue of people?
There's no way that people really think that. They just must not watch us
like,
or something.
Dude, when you make it, please let me know.
There's no way they're listening to us then. That's incredible.
There's a new one every day, so they might not have heard us. Anyway, here's what appears to be pictures of what they seized, which appear to be two Pagans vests and a Support Your Local Outlaws shirt, which is laid out on the table. It looks like they're missing a vest. There were 3 guys, and one guy probably got in the car and took his vest off, so they never got his vest, maybe. But here we go. There's the 3 vests, and that's that very crazy story. And it says, but anyway, it says, don't do us, don't ask us, everything's face to face. And then right below that,
look at this.
Another table full of stuff.
Now, is this a direct link?
It has absolutely nothing to do.
That's what I was just about to say.
with the story. This is actually another story.
That is propaganda right there. The
Well,
way they put that.
see how neatly it
Oh, that
goes
is
with the
so
article.
garbage.
Here's the article, and this is all the article, and down in the bottom,
And
you get to see a club and some
the
pagans
same
gear and
that's so
couple guns,
organized.
couple half machine gun looking thingies here. A watch.
Look, the normal person that doesn't understand biker stuff is gonna scroll through that and totally look at that and go, "Oh my gosh, look at," and not click on the link. They're just gonna see the picture
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this is what they see." This is the BS that they do.
But it brings up
It's organized.
this story brings up a discussion, and that is,
Yes.
where do you wear your support gear? This guy was
Let's
obviously wearing
please talk
support
about
gear,
it.
and he wound up. Who knows? I mean, was it the wrong place at the wrong time, or was he just in a place and some pagan dudes just happened to show up? You know, you would think that someone would see a support shirt and say, "Oh, that's a supporter. He's not them," and you would be safe. But actually, you can be more of a target because they're trying to make a point, but they get to make a point against somebody that's really not going to fight him back. Because
Right.
you ain't got no club behind you or nothing like that. And because you ain't got no club behind you and nothing like that, I always say, wear that shit to their events and places you know where they're going to be, whoever they are, whatever group you want to support. Because being out at the wrong place at the wrong time, God only knows what could have happened to that guy. They took the shirt. You would have thought they would have been happy, but now they want to pin you up against a car. And what's next? Are they going to paint a red X on your forehead like back in the day? Or carve something in your chest or hurt you severely? What could have come next if the police hadn't showed up, the cavalry hadn't rode in at the right time? You know what I mean?
I absolutely know what you mean. I mean, we have all of us have a responsibility with patches, with clubs, organizations, and even down to the supporters. When you are wearing that support gear, you are still representing that club to an extent.
And the patch police, as Shadow said, the patch police are out there.
Listen, you can't make excuses for the streets. What happens on the streets, it happens. It would happen anywhere with any type of organization. You know, they have a responsibility while being out there, and when you're wearing this stuff, you need to be cognizant of where you're wearing it. If you are in a completely opposite dominant area and you know that, well, a lot of these, supporters don't know, or some do, but that that's an opposition's area and that's full of them, and you're the only guy walking around with.
But you might not. How would you know that? You might not know that at all.
And see, but that's the
'Cause
responsibility.
You're not in a motorcycle club.
No, but it is your responsibility if you're going to wear that.
I kind of agree, and I kind of agree, and I kind of don't, because like flattery, imitation is a form of flattery. So you're a kid and you grow up, and in your neighborhood there's the Dodgers, and so you go get a Dodgers T-shirt. You're supporting the home team. So
Okay.
you go get yourself an Outlaws T-shirt. That's the group that you see in Florida. Wherever you go, you see them, and you go get a T-shirt. And hell, that doesn't mean you know.
It's okay. It's just like the same thing.
I hold the clubs responsible too. Like, what the hell are you
Yes.
messing with supporters for? Like, really?
Well,
Like, they absolutely have the least ability to protect themselves against you.
That's why in my opinion, if you're going to have support gear, you should get it from the club themselves at their event or whatever.
Their official website.
And
they
I
have an
believe
official website.
I
And he
know.
got it. And the thing said that's the kind of shirt he was wearing, like the ones that come off the official website. You know,
We don't
Mhm.
know, but it is the club's responsibility, in my opinion, to explain to them, hey, you know, what the way you wear this, where you're at, you know, if we're the dominant, okay, that's no problem. You know, that you're taking this risk, but you're still taking a risk, no matter what.
That would be very cool if the shirt, when you got it, came with some packaging, you know, like
a little card that explains, you know, something.
Like I got
Yeah, a pamphlet.
This is what I got when I got my my thing to put on my protector on my phone
Right.
lens. You know, the real cool phone that I have that you probably couldn't afford because you don't have one. You know, you like apples, and this is the real thing. That's the Galaxy S24 Ultra there. And I mean, it's, you know, beautiful. Mm-hmm.
You know, you say that I can't afford that, but you can't even afford to have proper internet. You're sitting there lagging. Look, that's karma, instant karma. Look, now you're a robot. Yeah, see? Instant karma.
I hate you, Mike Ball. Mike Ball the Wise. I hate you right now. Don't hate on my phone. But anyway, maybe those t-shirts should come out with, you know, if it had something like this, that would be really cool. Okay, you can wear this here. This is the history of the club. You know, each little pane would, or it could all have a whole bunch of stuff of like where to wear this and where not to wear this.
Right.
Steve Ruger says he knew where he was.
Yeah. So, and I mean, you never know, but nonetheless, there's a responsibility there.
So let's talk about that aspect of it, because some guys, when they wear that support shirt, sometimes they wear and they act like they're in the club themselves.
Okay, now this is a whole conversation I would love to dive deep into.
And I've seen guys be just as frisky as they would think a club member would be. Like this guy had it all the way down to the I'm not talking to the police, all the way to the point that he got his own self arrested and charged with obstruction of justice.
Right.
So,
no,
you know, this is one supporter that was about it.
Well, here's the thing is a lot of the times, here's another problem, is that these supporters unfortunately get themselves into bad situations, which then bring heat upon the club. And a lot of the times it is the supporters trying to kind of make a name for themselves, kind of be a little bit more tough guy. You know, it's unfortunate, but it's true. Happens a lot. And it starts a lot of problems. So that's something that is unfortunate in the scene. And
I was targeted by a member of a club because of a patch I bought at a flea market. Had the same colors of a rival club. I saw that happen when I was in Daytona Beach last year. Somebody said, I strongly disagree with you, Mike. Civilians can support many different clubs. They don't wear a patch. Diamond holders here saying this for your information. Civilians should never be purposely targeted in any BS. Is he saying he's a diamond holder, Deep Shadows?
Yes, that is what he's saying. Hey, and that's okay. Listen, people are allowed to disagree with like I said, it was my opinion. It's my opinion. So, but nonetheless, I still.
Yeah.
I'm still on my point.
I kind of think, you know, I think shame on on any club that would attack a person where, but sometimes supporters can be like really a nuisance, like, you know, like they think that they're that t-shirt that they're wearing.
Well, here's an example.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hate to bring this into this kind of thing, but think of a gang on a block that supports, and they're all green, or let's just say they're all blue, and the 2 blocks over is all red. Well, they come walking over, and though they may not be an actual gang member, but they're just wearing a red shirt into that blue neighborhood. You are That is just common knowledge. If you're doing that, you're putting yourself into harm's way.
It wasn't common knowledge for me when I moved to Los Angeles from Oklahoma City. And I walked around at the height of the Blood and Crip War
Yes, you were around that.
wearing red or blue. But it was interesting because I never was challenged for it because I was never particularly in a place where that mattered. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I grew up
Mhm.
in that
Long Beach,
area.
in LBC.
I grew up in LBC, you know what I mean?
Yeah, where you would have been like, hey, what you wearing, homie?
Was cracking. You know what I mean? Hey, if someone says what's cracking, I'm stepping back. You know what I mean?
What's cracking?
If
my
someone
God,
says
you
what's
sounded-
cracking, it's definitely starting
You
to time
sounded
to
like
back
the real
up.
thing right there. What's cracking? Crack? Excuse me?
No, it's the tone too. Hey, what's cracking? You know what I mean? Like, oh man.
Well, my back hurts a little. You gonna help me crack my back? I mean, what do you mean?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
cracking?
I'm not gonna go any further.
What set you claim? Now I'm only going from movies. I don't know if somebody actually walks around and says what set you claim, but the movies.
Absolutely, people say what set you claim.
Gosh.
That is a very heavy used thing. There's a lot of times people say what set you claim.
You claim?
Absolutely.
Oh wow. The biker set? But in any event.
Yeah, right. The biker set.
I claim the biker set. Hey, cuz. Hey, cuh.
No, hey, what up, cuh?
Oh.
What's a homie finna do, cuh?
What's a homie finna do?
Oh shit!
We're having a good time this morning.
And they be serious as hell. Say it again. It sounded like real. I can't even say it. Oh my goodness.
What's a homie finna do, cuh?
I'm fixing to turn and run away from your ass.
It's cracking. We're having a good time.
Oh my goodness.
We're just having a good time
What's
here.
the homie fixing to do? Fixing to do, boy. Can I hand you one of these things? Does the Lord love you?
Elliot, much love
The
and
Lord
respect.
loves you today. Oh my goodness. Somebody said wear support gear at the club functions only. You are not a member, not worth getting hurt over. Do you see that? Mike, bring that up. There it is.
I'm way back, so I'm still going back and running a whole bunch of comments.
Support gears at the club's functions only. You're not a club member, not worth getting hurt over or worse. And I say that. That's what I say. Go to their functions in the club gear. That's when they see you wearing it. That's when they appreciate you in it.
Right.
You bought it, so you supported them. Fubar, 1%er, says civilians should not be targeted.
Whoops, sorry.
Go back. Civilians should not be targeted, but that's how it always transpires. On the other hand, civilians should not be acting or talking crap like they're in a club while wearing support gear. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so what if you're a citizen, a kid, a person? What if you're a person and they ask you to give up that T-shirt? What should you do? Mike, that was a question. You didn't hear me?
Go ahead and say it again.
I said, that's Come and Get This Commentary. Love to see you. Thank you for, man, we got it. Guys, make sure to go Come and Get This Commentary's page over there on YouTube. She's been around a little minute. But the question was, if you're a person wearing support gear,
Yes.
and someone comes with you and demands that you give it up, especially 2 or 3 patch members of another club, what should you do?
Give it up.
Why? It's America. You should be able to wear what you want.
You okay? Well, you listen. You can decide that I am not going to do that. You can say that, but unfortunately and fortunately, for every action there is a reaction. Okay? You cannot you can say no, hey, this is my t-shirt, this is America, blah blah blah, but it is also America where you can get your freaking ass whooped. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works.
What's the homie to do, cuz?
Listen, if you're really about that life and you want to do that, that's fine. Respect. But you have a free right to get your ass whooped as well. It happens. It just happens, man. This is part of the culture, and you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. I think if you're buying support gear off the internet and you have not been on the set, you haven't been around where people have explained stuff to you, you've been around a little bit, I don't think you should be wearing it, in my opinion. If you don't really, to me, you need to be there and supporting them and actually supporting them. Just buying one single t-shirt and then wearing it around in the city, that's you're a liability. Just my opinion. Like I said, it's my opinion.
I agree with you, Mike Ball the Wise, and this is why we call you Mike Ball the Wise. I think that's wise.
Thank you. No, I believe, and I wholeheartedly agree with your sentiment of wear it to their support, wear it to their events. That's when they're absolutely going to see you in it. You know?
Absolutely. So, Hellfighter Steve Hill says, "Shut your mouth and give them the shirt. If that's what you should do." If somebody asks, KGTTG said another problem is a lot of prospects are wearing support gear now as well. And so yeah, that's true. We have prospect gear. I never really knew that prospects wore support gear, so that's kind of new on me. But hey, Elliot Rivera said, pick your battle.
You got to pick your battles, man. You got to pick your battles. Be smart. You know what I mean? If you're not a part of that club and they're not going to back you if you get into a bad situation, you're not even a part of the club.
Yeah.
They're not going to back you in that situation or your situation. They're going to be like, you know, that's your responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not in the club until you're actually in the club. Dark Horse says, give it up. If you're not about that life, get your sergeant at arms and let the dominant handle that.
Yeah, but if you're a supporter, you may not know any of them. You know, you're just a supporter.
You might not know any of them. Frogzilla says, don't wear anything you can't defend. Volkerson said, I just got here. Where did this happen?
Don't worry, run it all the way back.
Down in the Keys. Mike's volume is about 6 out of 10. Mike, is your volume not up?
Here, I'll bring it up a little bit. How about that?
I can speak to or support friends or clubs without having to wear their shirts or anything. Anyone they know who supports them and who doesn't anyways. So what about the guys that are in the military that get permission back in the day to be labeled an outlaw? I'm not sure what he's asking. When confronted by a worst enemy of a best friend, my shirt was my size. I'm not a part of any club, but I own and I will wear whatever patch I want, says Anarchy Television. And yes, you will. I don't argue that. Oh, remember Hellfighter says, remember Chuck E. Cheese talking big until he was approached about his, it wasn't a bottom rocker. It was Hellfighter Steve, it was actually a state rocker that he had. It wasn't even a rocker. It was a state that he had on his
top of the vest.
Yeah, above the pocket. It just said New
Oh.
Mexico on it.
See, look at this. This is right here. This is a pick your battle situation, Black Dragon. Hollywood, you're 100% correct on this.
A $25 shirt is a lot cheaper than a $20,000 hospital bill. Absolutely. Anyway.
Much love,
story.
David. I appreciate you, my man. I'm going to give you that. Appreciate it, my man.
Oh, wow. You got a new follower. That's beautiful, man.
Much love and respect to everybody.
TV. That means he's following you over on Instagram.
Yes, that's what he was saying.
Okay, do we have time to do a few other
Absolutely we do. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. I don't. I'm going to have to run.
Okay.
So you will have to do the rest of it.
This was good. This was good.
No,
I got some kick butt news stories today. So maybe we come back and do news stories.
You know, we can. We definitely can. I just got to it's time to take
go live on TikTok. Hey, Mike Ball and I go live on TikTok every day. We don't have a time yet.
Every single day we go live after the YouTube show. We go live and we interact with all of you guys. It's super fun. And
we're going to be revving back up the Discord channel. It's been out there for a couple of years, since like 2019, it says, or 2020. So we're going to be revving back up the Discord channel. So that was today's news. Am I breaking up, Mike? How am I looking?
No, you're good. You're just fuzzy, but you're good.
Man, so lesson of the day. If you're going to be wearing support gear, my advice is wear it to the function. I would even say wear your regular clothes to the function, and then when you get there, put the support gear on. Function with it and take it off. It's not worth wearing.
That's where they're going to see you wearing it anyways.
And appreciate you in it. It's not worth wearing that stuff around town, especially if you don't know where the dividing lines are. And dividing lines are only, an imaginary line in somebody's mind. People cross them all the time. I mean, if you can just look at what could have happened to that guy when they had him pinned up against the car after they took the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't take the shirt and let him go. They took the shirt and then pinned him up against the car. What was going to happen next? And is that worth it? Is that worth it? And you got a 60-year-old. Delete that comment there, Mike Ball. That's not true. I'm never fuzzy.
But much love and respect to everybody. I can't thank you guys each and every day for coming and hanging out with your boys. The best biker news channel, the #1 biker news channel in the entire world. Appreciate you guys for being here because we can't do the show without you guys. So I'm going to take my daughter to school.
What was going on? Were you shutting the show down? Like, you're like, wow, okay.
No, but I am out. I'm at my
transferring to the car. Or
I have my heart out. You know what I mean? I have responsibilities.
Did you do a video and show where you were hanging out with the father? Did you do a video on that yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. I won't spoil it then. All right.
No, well, me and you will talk about it.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mike Ball's out of here, and this is me now, just left, and I'm getting ready to be out of here too. So yeah, it's just not. My goodness, it's that had to be a terrifying ordeal. It had to be a terrifying ordeal, and I'm just glad that things turned out okay for the guy, although he got himself arrested. And if you guys are just not tuning into the story, some poor bloke down in Florida Keys wore his Outlaws support t-shirt into an establishment. 3 pagan individuals came in, escorted him outside against his will, took his shirt from him, and then pinned him up against a car. Right then, the sheriff department pulls up, just out of nowhere, and took all three of the guys. One guy left, and they questioned two of the others. The guy that was the victim kept trying to leave. He wouldn't stop trying to leave. He kept trying to leave. They warned him 11 times, and finally they arrested him and charged him with obstruction. The two other guys they charged and with I'm maybe kidnapping or something. I can't remember exactly, but with crimes that had to do with that incident. And then the third guy who had gotten away came driving back by to see what was going on, and they got him again. They got him too. So be careful in that support gear. Be careful in it. Understand what it is when you put it on. Understand what it is when you're wearing it. Understand that your love for an organization, especially an outlaw motorcycle club, they have enemies, and those enemies can become your enemies. And that ain't cool, but it happens. It happens. So be mindful, if you will. You know what I mean? Okay, Bike Week has started. So make sure that you guys are safe down there at Bike Week. And I'm going to be telling you about some events that are going on down there. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents. And LinkedIn, believe it or not. All right. You guys take care. And thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the page of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.